I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm in the process of moving. And in the process of moving, I happen to just get sick. I'm over that right now. So I wanted to check in with you guys and give you guys my thoughts about the recent games with the New York Knicks. And I have to start this live by going off and saying, I turned the game off last night. I turned the game off last night. I turned on YouTube. I watched everything outside of basketball because I was disgusted with the New York Knicks last night. I turned the game off. Third quarter. After watching the Knicks get humiliated by the Atlanta Hawks, mainly being DeJounte Murray, I watched the New York Knicks build up a 23-point lead and lose it in a matter of 10 minutes. Excuse me if you hear my little dog walking around. She's doing her thing. She's upset as well. What I saw last night from the New York Knicks let me know that this team just not might be ready. Despite Brunson being the ultimate point guard that he is, despite Julius Randle showing poise, leadership, and excitement about this season, despite RJ Barrett trying to come back from his earlier struggles in the season, despite Emmanuel Quickly trying to come back from his earlier struggles in the season, despite Obi Toppin being the good player that he is and continuously evolving every season to where this season he legitimately looks like a starter. Despite all of that, the New York Knicks managed to blow a 23-point lead to wind up getting beat by Atlanta Hawks, a team who in the first quarter and second quarter looked like their hearts had been taken. Trae Young looked at like he didn't know where to go, excuse me. Despite everything going right for the New York Knicks, they still managed to not be able to score at all for at least 10 minutes in the game, leading from the end of the third, leading from the end of the second, coming into the third quarter. What is it that has this team boggling leads? What is it that has this team where they are up and they can't manage to keep a lead? What schemes are the other teams using that knocks the New York Knicks so much off their game that they could go 10 minutes without even scoring a basket? To where the Atlanta Hawks can go on a 29-point run, completely wiping you out from everything that you were trying to do. There's no excuse for it. There's no reason for it. It shouldn't have happened. And it's leading me to think that although I see the potential of a playoff team, I don't think that they see a playoff team. So what is going to have to happen? What is going to have to be done in order for this team to get over the problem of letting teams back into games? Is it the coaching? Is it the players? But it's something. And through 7 games, this doesn't look good. Now, of course, we want you to beat the teams that you are supposed to beat, like the Orlando Magic, the Detroit Pistons. You get what I mean? Teams that you are supposed to beat, you are beating. But when you give Milwaukee a run for their money in the first half of the game, and then lose all confidence and way in the second half, something is wrong. When you give the Memphis Grizzlies a run for their money the entire game, no matter that they went down, you fought back, went into overtime, and couldn't make a basket, something is wrong. When you go up by 23 points on the Atlanta Hawks team, and then lose that lead in a matter of 10 minutes to where nobody can score, the starters or the bench. In the first half, our bench scored 21 points and Atlanta Hawks bench scored nothing. That means that we got beat by strictly the Atlanta Hawks starters. Where is the logical sense in that? What needs to be done? I'll tell you this first. What needs to be done? The Knicks need to stop running out their energy in the first half, because they are starting to look tired in the second half and they cannot score. I understand that Tom Thibodeau wants this to be a fast team, but you're not dealing with a lot of fast players. Continuously, all I've seen while I was sick, while I was in the midst of moving, I still was watching the New York Knicks games. I still was keeping up with my guys. And the one thing that I continuously saw through each game is that the Knicks run themselves out of energy by the second half. By the second half, they're completely drained. They can't score. They can't defend. They're not a good defensive team anyways. They can't keep guys off of the three-point line. They can't keep guys from penetrating the paint. Even though Mitchell Robinson has been a plus for us and has defended the paint, Hartenstein is not a great paint defender. He's not a good, well, I won't say good. He's not a great defender. He's an all right defender. But when it comes to completely locking down the paint like a Rudy Gobert or a Williams or like any elite center, that's Mitchell Robinson. That's not Hartenstein. Hartenstein is more of a scorer and a passer. He can defend. Yes, he can. But he's not great at it. He can be a liability at times, and he tends to foul a lot. But what I've seen from the New York Knicks is those two things. They run themselves out of energy in the first half, and they're not a good defensive team. I would say that they are in the lower pack of teams that defend. And if you're continuously running yourself out of energy to where you can't create offense and your defense is already lacking, then there's everything you're doing is for naught. So these are the things that I think the Knicks need to pick it up on. I think they need to slow down their pace. I think they need to make more offensive schemes, Tom Thibodeau, meaning that you can't just keep running a double screen for Jalen Brunson or a two-sided screen for Jalen Brunson, because teams will eventually learn this. And you just can't blame it on Tom Thibodeau, because the players have to know how to change up your scheme, change up your offense, be able to think for yourself. And the Knicks look like they can't think for themselves. And I'm talking about the players. It's like you get up the court and you don't know what to do. DeJounte Murray had 3 steals that were totally uncalled for, back to back to back. And it was sickening to even watch what I was witnessing. There's no way Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett should get those 3 blunders. You are the leaders of this team. The team goes where you go. So if you're making bonehead decisions, imagine what the rest of the team is going to do. So I put this blame on Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle. You guys are not playing up to the standard that you're supposed to be playing. No matter your good games, we're talking about your bad games, where the true you shows. Even though the true you shows in your good games, the true you shows in your bad games is also. And it seems like you guys are making bonehead decisions. To be totally honest with you, the best player that I've witnessed this year on the New York Knicks is number 1, Obi Toppin, and number 2, Evan Fournier, because they played their roles. They don't go outside the box to try to do something different that they know that they can't do. How many times do we have to witness RJ Barrett miss a mid-range shot? How many times do we have to see Julius Randle start stagnating and holding the ball again? How many times do we have to see Jalen Brunson stagnate and holding the ball again? To where teams are being able to load up on you to where you have nowhere to go. How many times do we have to see you guys leaving dudes wide open on the 3-point line? How many open 3-point shots did DeJounte Murray get last night? He's not even a great shooter. DeJounte Murray is not a great shooter. There should be no reason he's taking open threes. There should be no reason. The only thing that I expected for DeJounte Murray to do was penetrate in the paint, him and Trae Young. I expected to do what he did and hold down the paint. But what I don't, 2 times, 3 times, 10 times faster than RJ Barrett. Why is that happening? Why isn't Jalen Brunson taking on that task of guarding Trae Young? Why isn't RJ Barrett placed with the task of guarding DeJounte Murray, who is a bigger guard than Jalen Brunson? Why is these things happening? There has to be changes, because if there's not changes in the scheme of the offense and defense, this team will not go very far this season. Those are just a few things that I wanted to touch base with you guys. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. I just wanted to come chop you up and let you know that I am still here. Just had a little bumps and bruises along the way, but your boy is back. And I just had to, even though I'm nowhere near my computer, I'm talking to you guys on my phone. I just wanted to let you know how I felt about last night's game and all of these losses that the Knicks have taken. We are now 3-4. Can we come back from this? Sure. Is it going to be easy? Heck no. But we definitely can come back from this. Don't take this in one stride thinking that I'm saying that the Knicks are done. What I'm saying is the Knicks have a lot to work on. And it could be easy or hard. All depends on them. But the season's not over. We still got a lot of games to play, a lot of games to improve. So let's get to work. Stay safe, stay blessed. I'll see you guys in the next video. And remember to always lead by example.